activities. Ladies and gentlemen, just a day back, our students made us proud by winning the trophy in football match. In sports, there are two important things. One is problem solving and the other is using an opportunity. Football is problem solving. As you are playing offensive, you must solve the problem of breaking through the other teams, and for defense, you must solve the problem by anticipating the other teams. Basketball is different because the ball changes sides frequently, as of course the politicians do change the sides frequently. It is a game of opportunity. Each side waits for the slightest error by the other team and the player must take advantage very quickly. We have transformation in education and we are now wanting to inculcate the skill-based education, which is the need of the day. The education must make the individual a complete social individual, because only self-conscious, well-informed, fully educated, totally developed, completely disciplined and morally enlightened managers can build a nation. Collaboration and connectedness and community comes in the picture. Skill and virtue are two buzzwords. Skill is knowing how to do it and virtue is doing it well. In today's conference, be a job creator, not a job seeker, from the perspective of startup, stand-up and Skill India. We will all be enlightened by our keynote speaker and the various panelists that follow in the sessions. Harivansh Rai Bachchan said, he differentiates हार and जीत. He says, हारना जरूरत है जब लड़ाई अपनों से होती है और जीतना जरूरत है जब लड़ाई अपने आप से होती है. मंजिलें मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है, लेकिन कोशिश न करे ये तो गलत बात है. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this conference. Be successful in life and be a job creator. I now request our pragmatic, patient, perseverant President Shri Anil Ganu to formally welcome Shri Harish Mehta, who will be introduced a little later. No flowers, nothing else, but a book which he must read. He must have read earlier, but he will read it now. It's in Chanakya. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I thank you very much and say Samsara Vishavrakshasya Dve Eva Madhure Phale Subhashitam Susvadu Sadvicha Sahasangama. This means there are two good, very sweet fruits of our journey, and this is the fruit which is good wisdom, wise words, and the other good people to meet. So we have achieved both. We have the wise people on the top. Vidvatvam cha nopatvam cha nahi tulyam kadachana swadeshe pujyate raja vidvan sarvatra pujyate. Harish is worshipped everywhere he goes because he speaks very well, he speaks from the heart and also makes people work. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you, ma'am, for that warm welcome address. Thank you, Ganu sir, for presenting the memento. Mr. Dilip Pete is the Honorary Secretary of PTVA. He is a partner in Vamanhari Pete Jewellers. May I now request Pete sir to felicitate Mr. Ashok Panvalkar, Chief Editor of Maharashtra Times, our media partner, with a memento. I request sir to welcome representative of RBL Bank, our main sponsor, with a memento. I request sir to welcome the representative of Reliance Jio with a memento. May I request sir to felicitate our chief mentors, Mr. Mohan Tamsare, former CMD, Central Bank of India, and former CM with a memento. I request sir to welcome Mr. Deepak Ghaisas, Chairman of Gencoval Group of Companies, with a memento. I request sir to welcome Mr. Atul Atre from Saturday Club with a memento. Thank you, sir. I now request Mrs. Sucheta Pawar, Assistant Professor, General Management and Economics, and the convener of this conference.
Good morning to all dignitaries on dais, advisory board members, mentors of our conference, invitees, faculties and students of various educational institutions, and the teaching and non-teaching staff members and students of PTVA's Institute of Management. Today's conference is organized in support of Startup India mission. Through this conference, the message we wish to give you all is, you should think of being your own masters, job creators, instead of job seekers. You can do business on the basis of an idea that is exclusive, which becomes a startup, or do any business in your own creative manner. By being your own masters, you are going to help yourselves as well as the country. Business brings along with it risk and chances of failure. You can deal with risk by being alert and take failures as a learning experience and go ahead with more energy. We have more conducive business environment now with more developed startup ecosystem. You need to be well aware of facilities available and avail benefits of those. Be self-sufficient, make our country a powerful economy. With this note, I declare today's conference is open. Over to Monica. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those encouraging words. Let me now introduce you to our keynote speaker, Mr. Harish Mehta, serial entrepreneur, chairman, Onward Technologies and Company, founder of NASCOM. Mr. Mehta has 40 years of cumulative experience in the Indian computer and technology industry. He founded Onward Technologies in the year 1991, which has emerged as one of the fastest growing companies in engineering designs business. He is an electrical engineer from College of Engineering, Pune, and a master's in computer science from Brooklyn Polytechnic Institute, New York, United States of America. He was the deputy chairman and managing director of Onward Novel Software India Limited from 1993 to 2005. He was the founder member of NASCOM, which is National Association of Software and Services Companies, former chairman and member of the Executive Council since 1987. Mr. Mehta co-founded the Indus Entrepreneurs, also known as TIE, Mumbai, and was the first president of TIE, Mumbai, 1999. He was awarded CEO of the Year in 1994 during an international seminar organized by NMIMS, Tata HRD Network, and World HRD Congress. He was honored with Lifetime Achievement Award for HR Excellence by Deccan Herald in 2004. He also received an award of Distinguished Alumnus by College of Engineering, Pune in 1995. In March 2015 at New Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi recognized his contribution to India's IT revolution by awarding him with a plaque. We are truly privileged to have you amongst us today, sir. Before we begin, I request you to check your conference kits for question slips. Please note your questions in the slip and hand it over to the discipline committee. We will be selecting 3 questions to be answered after this session. May I now request Mr. Mehta to address this august gathering.
I was going to first start with saying dignitaries on the dais. Now I'm saying dignitaries in front of me. And friends, first of all, I would like to thank Deepak for inviting me here and share my views here. you say I have wisdom. I think I'm crazy. So you'll know after half an hour. I'm an eternal optimist. When we started NASCOM, the industry was $50 million, employing about 10,000 people. Today, the industry is at $150 billion, employing 4.2 million engineers. And we have seen the growth and ups and downs, and we have seen multi-billionaires getting created from the IT industry. So from that perspective, looking forward, I'm very optimistic about India's transformation. The title that you have, job seeker, is something I would like to modify. Job creator definitely, but job seeker I would like to add here saying, as a job, look, make your career, if you want to be a job seeker, a rock star software programmer. And I'll spend some minutes a little later on that subject. Now, when you graduate from here, you have probably multiple choices. One is definitely, if you're a job seeker, have a career like N. Chandrasekharan of TCS. He ran a marathon, literally, and become chairman of Tata Sons. Or you can choose to become, now, for the going forward, be a serial entrepreneur. That means you run 100-meter races, one after another. You start one venture, like Deepak, for example. He started one venture, now he's starting second one. So that way you continue to build on different enterprises. Choice is yours. You want to be a billionaire in 8 years, or you want to be have a successful career in the long run. To be successful as a billionaire, whatever you call it, you have to be a disruptive, innovative player. And again, coming from NASCOM, I would say you should be a disruptive, innovative player in software. You should be software-driven, innovative player. And that very similar to, I don't know how many of you read the book by Peter Thiel, and if you haven't, I recommend strongly, 0 to 1. So he says that do you want to be a 0 to 1 player, that means you have a breakthrough and succeed. Peter Thiel is a person who 10 to 12 years back came up with the PayPal, the payment system, digital payment system, which is now so popular. He innovated that 10 to 12 years back. And so he wrote this book, and then he said, oh, you want to be a 1 to N player, one incremental player. And he recommends strongly, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur in this space, you should think 0 to 1. So choice is yours, which path you want to pick. Now I use the two terms, disruptive, innovative player through software, and I say be a rock star software programmer. The software has been repeated twice. And why am I saying this? I have this phone, Apple phone. If I click to take a photograph, how many instructions this phone executes? It takes 25 milliseconds and it executes 1 billion instructions. Now what is a billion instructions? It's nothing but software code. Now what is software code? How many of you have written software code? Can you raise your hand? Okay, some of you will get a sense of what it means by writing a software code. Mark Andreessen, a very successful venture capitalist in Silicon Valley, 6 years back he wrote an article, software is eating the world. Now what he said, and he predicted that Facebook will be successful, he predicted Twitter will be successful, he predicted Airbnb would be successful, and not only he predicted, he invested in each of these companies when they were startups. And he's the most successful venture capitalist today in Silicon Valley. And why did he say software is eating the world? What is software? Few lines of code, maybe it's an algorithm, maybe it's a pattern recognizer, maybe it's a speech recognizer. It is something which can be cut and paste and manipulated so easily, so easy to copy, so easy to share. When you do that, you can imagine any application around you and say, I can do this. This is possible to do it. And that's where the entrepreneur's mind works, the imagination works. Okay, how do I use this software to drive it? If you look at, let's say, for example, any business area that you want to go after, and you start talking to friends in the software industry, and he'll tell you how long will it take, what kind of people you require, and so on, so forth. It has reached to a point today in, let's say, in auto industry. There was a auto show in Detroit 2 weeks back. So in the center was the state secretary sitting. On one side he had the 3 major auto OEMs, General Motors, Ford and Chrysler. And who were the 3 players sitting on his right hand side? Tesla, Google and Uber. Can you believe? Auto industry, where these 3 players who are just startups in some way,